Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Leo reading of the 4th of August. This is a general reading. It may not resonate for all of you. For those of you interested in a personal reading, I do make offers of services that are described in the description box below. So I'm grateful for your presence. I'm happy to be here. Let's get started, Virgo, with your overall energy for this new moon. We have the Page of Cups. This is resonating with an energy that you've been uh, leaning towards for some time now. This is an opening of your heart in a way that is a release of some of the responsibility and detail, attention to task that you often display in your work. You are relaxing. You're allowing yourself to flow as much from your imagination that facilitates your vast creativity at this time, so that you are employing skills that you don't often use as a way of guiding yourself forward at this time and extracting more value from your considerable achievements. The area of your life that is being highlighted with this full moon is the area of your life where you are accomplishing your mission, your purpose. Um, you are perfecting the service that you offer to others. And in the 10th house, the house where you define your social position, the way others see you, is precisely about this deep wisdom that you hold that is an accumulation of your experiences, not solely your individual experiences in many cases. Sometimes this is cumulative energy from other lifetimes or other individuals who have lived before you. This is about ancestral connections, ancestral gifts, a line of service that you are uniquely positioned to elevate in some way through this lifetime. This is drawing you from a place of really valuing and understanding your gifts and services available that draw others in. There is a deep ability for you to reflect upon those experiences as a way of moving yourself through your current activities in which you have accumulated more than enough knowledge. There has been a focus on accumulating knowledge, but the wisdom extracted from that is what you are holding close to your heart and what now you are allowing to release. And this is where the energy of heart opening is really placing you at this time in a way to extract a higher level of wisdom, not simply knowledge. In the first house, the Six of Pentacles is describing your focus, and a lot of the focus that is being exhibited in your mundane life, your daily activities, is through the exchanges of energy. This is the way that you are employing your wisdom as well as your knowledge through a greater sense of what you can expect in receipt of your services. This is a place in which you are not becoming selfish, but less selfless. Understanding that you serve no one by doing the work for them or helping them endlessly, when in many ways these are things that they can help themselves with. And you are learning that you are deserving of the reciprocity of your energies in all relationships, so that you are aware of your desire to caretake, to overgive, to be a provider in ways that can be overly extended and can actually deprive you of receiving the love that you are due. This is about opening yourself up to receive that love, that care, that attention that you so generously give to others. In the fourth house, this is the house of your history, your domestic life, your social foundation. The Justice card is indicating this deep balance that is really reflecting the knowledge, wisdom, and experience of the High Priestess. Others see you in service. At your foundation, you are busy quantifying the effort, the work that you have exhibited, you have contributed to the group, to the project, the organization, the effort that you are about. This can be about the work and care that you take for your family and your desire to balance that energy so that you are receiving back some of the attention, energy, care, effort that you have been denied or you have received unequally or you have been ignored, invisible in some way that you are now claiming and redressing as your due. Again, this is not about being selfish. This is about being less selfless in the understanding that you are not contributing to the health and well-being, the functionality of a relationship, an organization, a project by doing all the work. This is not helping others. It certainly isn't helping you. And there is an ability as you move away from the sense of being put upon, perhaps a sense of resentment, that you're the one always doing the work and not quite getting the receipt that you're due, to a place of empowerment, that recognizing your ability to advocate for yourself and others in a similar position is modeling the empowerment that you is part of the service that you offer to others. In the seventh house, this is the house of your significant relationships, and the Two of Pentacles is about a decision, a contemplation, moving forward. There is something that you've been going back and forth about. This can be about a way that you are integrating your past experience, what you've learned, with a future plan that looks differently, that will require you to catch up with yourself. There may be a sense that you're not quite prepared or you're not sure that you really know what you're doing. This card is asking you, in fact, to release the analysis, the sense of throwing your hard work into something when, in fact, you know more than enough. You are well prepared. The High Priestess has given you the experience to step into the place that actually is catching up with yourself, so that you have long been in the position of moving your project, your life, in a direction that reflects a new level of integrating these skills, this knowledge, this wisdom into your efforts that contribute to partnerships in which you are willing to work together with like-minded individuals that are sharing your sense of mission, your vision. I hope this reading is resonating for you, Virgo. If so, please like this video. Please share this with others and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I pulled the Springbok card. And the key word here is devotion, duty. Focus your energy and deal with things now. That is how you turn your fantasies to realities. And from the flora or the hummingbird oracle, not the flora and fauna of Africa, but from the hummingbird oracle I have pollination. Pay attention to new thoughts and ideas as they are seeds that will soon blossom into fulfilling opportunities and projects. So the twos here are describing your ability, your willingness to seed a new path, a new direction with new energy. And this is the energy of love, healing, the imagination. In the first house, the Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Hanged One and the Four of Cups. There's a sense that the way you've been moving forward in the direction of balancing your relationships has been unsatisfying to you. There's a kind of restlessness to do things differently. There's a sense that you are well practiced in your go-to of providing for others, of caring for others, of attending to their needs, of taking care of the details that make your projects, your life, things run more smoothly. You are a communicator, and there's a sense that you may have been battling, that you are moving on a treadmill, that you're doing the same thing over and over, and you're longing for something new. This is amplified by the desire that you recognize that you must alter your perspective, enhance your perspective, get a larger view of your vision and your place in it so that you can open yourself up to the new ideas, this new sense of yourself as being motivated by compassion, by feeling, by connection, a deep emotional connection with the projects that you're engaged in, as well as the relationships you have as a result of the vision you're moving towards. In the fourth house, the Justice card is clarified by the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Swords in the fifth and sixth house, respectively. So the Eight of Cups is reinforcing this sense that you've established and achieved a foundation that has been serviceable in terms of moving towards the things that support you, allowing yourself to feel good about the conditions of your life and the relationships that function in your life on a consistent daily basis. But you're also recognizing that you've gained all that can be gained from those relationships as they are. You have, in fact, been motivated by your sense of restlessness and even a sense of incompleteness, maybe stagnancy, that you are ready to move on to a more significant challenge. And this challenge has everything to do with this sense of in fuller engagement of your emotions, your creativity in the work that you do. The Nine of Swords in your ninth house is again describing this idea that you have released, moved away from, rejected this older set of beliefs that have motivated the expectations of others towards you. It feels wonderful to be gifted, talented, and for others to believe and uh, project their desires for your best life on you. But you are at a place where you've achieved that to such a significance that you recognize that that represents a limitation to the possibilities, to your potential, and you're ready to release that by accepting some of the suffering, some of the restriction that has been a feature of your relationships in working with others. In the seventh house, the Two of Pentacles is clarified by the Lord of Cups in the eighth house and the Temperance card in the ninth house. Here is a confirmation of the path of opening up, emotional enrichment, a validation of your feelings as a valid and necessary part of your experience. More than that, this is a validation of the direction that feels best to you. And in your shared resources with others, in your more intimate relationships, you have a deep desire to share deeply, to engage your vulnerability because of your ability and willingness to engage your more creative, imaginative capacity. There's something of the artist here that really wants to speak from a more deeply connected, intuitive place within you. And you would like to allow yourself to be guided more and more by your desires rather than the requirements of your life. In the ninth house, the temperance is talking about this lifelong balance that you are seeking to strike within your life. For many of you, this is about your capacity to not simply share and engage in a resourceful community that is diverse, but also that looks at an ideal community of sharing resources, of learning and growing, of exploration, opening to that. This is challenging you to engage yourself more personally in that experience, whatever it is for you. For some of you, this is a dimension of your professional life. This can even be marketing, traveling as a part of the work that you do. There is a way in which you have a greater desire to be engaged wholly in that without hiding behind the skills, the practice, your achievements, but really deeply engaging and speaking to the motivation behind the work that you do as personal as well as political or social. In the 10th house, the high priestess is clarified by the strength card in the 11th house and the four of staffs in the 12th house. There is a long, I want to call it a long suffering participation that you has characterized your professional experience. You have stood by your truth. You have done the work. You have participated wholly in your commitment to the collective experience of your profession. You have engaged with groups, uh, communities, uh, far afield, visible and invisible, that connect you with many parts of the globe, with a variety of communities with which you share a similar sense of value and humanitarian endeavor. This is part of your core. It actually defines the flavor of your service. And in that way, you have worked tirelessly, sometimes invisibly, in alignment with these truths, with your principles. The Four of Staffs in your 12th house, this is the house that's being highlighted by the new moon. This is where you have accomplished and achieved all that you have set out to achieve. It doesn't mean that you are finished. It simply means that the foundation is set. The achievement exists. Now you are simply building upon that to your desire. And having achieved this foundation for yourself, this way in which you are in full agreement with those that you work together to not only grow and make accessible opportunities for growth for others, but that you actually are celebrating that. You're celebrating that as a labor of inspiration, of love, of your desire. And by allowing yourself to be more fully engaged in this activity, you are uh, allowing yourself to be recognized and loved in your personal relationships and in your social, professional ones as well. This is about feeling deserving and worthy of the love that you seek. The love only fuels your vast creativity that has been uh, not totally untapped, but that has a new level of inspiration and enlightenment, illumination to bring to what has already been achieved for you. I'm going to finish this reading, Virgo, with a yogic path oracle, and hope that this reading has had value for you. I pulled Rajas. And Rajas is dynamic movement, aggression, and energy. You're in a place of movement, making the most of each day. You're passionate and excited about the task at hand and are pushing the limits of what you believe possible for yourself. Rajas is needed to bring your desires into action, and you are deep in the development phase. You have already achieved many great accomplishments because of your determination, and more await in the near future. However, remember to balance action with rest. Otherwise, you will lose sight of your true goal in the pursuit of achieving more. Thank you so much, Virgo, for this reading. Until next time, namaste.